Okay, good morning, buenos dias. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot Might Be Coming, where I entertain tarot with you. These are general readings, and so I am trusting that you are discerning of the information that I or anybody else shares, and that if the story doesn't fit, you don't make it fit. You could be leaning into some of your other placements, or this story just isn't yours. This one is in particular is a Café con Tarot Sunday special that I sometimes do. God, I'm so out of it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I have not been doing this in a long time. So I'm in the sense of like these past few weeks, it's been a lot. There's been a lot that I'm doing. I'm juggling. It's getting better. I'm catching up. So what ends up happening? So today is Sunday. Usually I do Café con Tarot on Sunday. I hope you have your coffee or your tea. Today I'm going with coffee because I just need coffee. And lately my thing has been coffee and strawberries, café con fresas. Like I don't know what it is about that, but it's so yummy. Like, so yummy that I get to do my yummy dance. Like it's yummy. It's yummy. I want to bite it right now. So I hope you have your coffee or tea. In the past, I usually do past, present, future on Café con Tarot, but I'm doing something different today. Because I haven't been on top of it for all you all signs that follow. My apologies for the delays, especially for air signs and Capricorn, because that's the last one that I haven't gotten around to. So this past week for myself, because I haven't been meditating, it's been challenging. One, if you are entering this world, entertaining this world, and you're figuring out your gifts, let me tell you, because I haven't been meditating, my dreams have gone up. Like I get like anywhere from 3 to 5 dreams a night. I know what they mean. I interpret it. I've been doing it for the past 5 years. And I've helped people interpret their dreams. But anyways, so my dreams have been increasing because I haven't been meditating for myself. What I have been doing was pulling out a few cards for myself. Just what do I focus on today? And if you haven't done it for yourself, I would encourage you to do it for yourself. It's just a good practice. That's how I started off. So I'm going to go through each zodiac sign. I'm doing something different because I've been doing that all week. I decided, you know what, let me do something for the week for everybody, all the zodiac signs, and kind of do that on Sundays and kind of see if that at least gives you something to work with. So it's just advice, things to kind of be aware of. So I'm gonna do all zodiac signs, and then at the end I'll do a general reading, and that if that story is yours, then it's yours, and if it's not, don't worry about it. And then I will do my best to catch up during the week. Yeah, so we are starting with Taurus because we're entering Taurus season. So I'm gonna start off Taurus for you, picking out a mystic manifesting card, and we'll just I'm doing 3 oracle cards to start, and then I'll do a quick reading, very quick reading. And yeah, if that story is yours, if it's advice, great. Yeah, we'll see how I'm entertaining this, because I'm debating whether or not to do something like thorough or something quick, but for sure we're gonna get 3 oracle cards to start off for you. So oh, before we start, check out your sun, moon, Venus, rising, north node, south node, or you can listen through all of them, because you do have them all in your birth chart, just in a different placement. So if one of the signs, if you're checking out your sun sign and it doesn't make sense, you could be leaning into your other sign. So we're starting off with Taurus. Taurus, for you, the first card that came out. Shining wisdom. Seek teachings that support you as you manifest your goals. I learn what I need to know. So you're definitely entering into a season of gathering information, trying to figure out what you need to do. It could be healing. Usually when we're seeking teachings, it's because we're working on some type of lessons. We're working on understanding things a little bit better. I'm also going to take out another energy oracle card this time. So you are in the process of learning, which means you got to be okay with asking for help, which can be really hard to do. And Taurus is the energy of receiving. So because we're entering that season, that's the energy that is being encouraged for everyone to kind of embrace. Is like, what are you going to allow in? It's a choice to allow information in, to allow new perspectives in. It's your choice. All right, let's get another oracle card for you, Taurus. So this is for the week of April 19th. And this one will be dated. Usually they're timeless, but because I'm trying to kind of honor the fact that I haven't been on top of this for y'all. So April 19th through the 24th. April 19th through the 24th. All right, Taurus. One more for you. Let's see. One from this deck. Oh, there we go. Yin and yang. Yes, balance. There's something about balancing the feminine and the masculine within you. So you could have been leaning more towards one side versus the other, and so there's something about having to balance out both energies, and that could be what you're learning how to do, is balance both sides of you, whether it's the masculine side or the feminine side. There's something about needing to balance that out, and that could be the wisdom that you're seeking. You could be seeking information on your own or through a teacher. I mean, relationships are our best teachers. Here we go. Divine timing. So yes, divine timing. There's something that's going to occur in divine timing. It could be a connection with someone. It could be crossing paths with someone that's going to shine the light for you, show the way for you, or divine timing in terms of activation points. So everyone has different activation points. I feel like it's soulmate related. Why do you feel that way, Yubi? Look, there's two birds at the top. There's two birds at the top. There's two birds at the top. And so there's something about connecting with someone in divine timing. Yeah, there's something about that. All right. I'm going to use you. Let's see. All right, really quick. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? For you, Taurus, you're starting off. 2 de oro, 6 de copas. So 2 of pentacles and 6 of cups is how you're starting off. And 6 of cups. So past life. I'm just gonna pull these out. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Dude, I guess we're doing full readings. There's 2 cards here. I think I'm gonna have to do full readings for all y'all. Shoot, that's gonna take longer. I was just gonna try to do something quick, but there's all this information that is just wanting to come out for you, Taurus. So I am going to entertain that. Let me just pull these out, and then I'll read it out. Because I want to go through, and I'm trying to do this a little quicker for everyone. So they're going to be mini full readings, meaning I'm going to do my best to summarize it. Usually I go through each card and take my time with it, and then I meditate, and that'll be for the week. But because this is a really quick stories or advice for you, I'm going to do this rather quickly. As best as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. I need a bigger table. Taurus, my friends, here we go. You're starting off as 2 de oro, 6 de copas. 2 of pentacles, 6 of cups. You're juggling 2 different aspects of your life, maybe. It could be relationship and work. It could be work and home life. It could be your spirituality and your, ¿cómo se dice? The tangible life. There's something about a soulmate that you could be thinking about. This is the outer, right? This is how you're starting it off, right? This is how you're starting it off. And so, yes, you could be looking for a soulmate. You could be this soulmate. Remember I talked about soulmate divine timing. Good Lord. So there's something either nostalgic that you're thinking about, a person that you're thinking about or remembering, or nostalgic about a specific time in terms of how you're navigating these situations. The crossing energy, the opportunity is the Emperor, right? So this is for you to step in to action energy. So there could have been a passive side of you of like just allowing things to happen, allowing things to happen a little too much, right, Taurus? Because Taurus is allowing the abundance to kind of come in. So there could have been something that you were allowing too much, and now the opportunity is to step into Aries energy and claim something, claim what you're wanting. Underneath, you get 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 5 of Cups. So there was a decision, or you're navigating a decision that is prompting you to heal. And it's a decision that's healing disappointment, healing loss, healing loss in love, loss in relationships, loss in an emotional investment of some type. And so that's kind of going on behind the scenes, and or that's something that you're probably going through right now, is exploring what this decision was, or having to make a decision about healing, right? And that's the union. Remember I mentioned needing to figure that out. In the hidden energy, meaning it could be something that can help you or hold you back, or it could be something that you don't know is coming, and it will be a natural consequence of things. You have Caballeros de Espadas and El Mago, which is the Knight of Swords and the Magician. This is you taking action with your truth, and creating, manifesting. Magician is all about manifesting, and having the Knight there, it's like I'm charging forward with my truth. The thing about that is being mindful, right? Not being too impulsive, not being too quick, not being too manipulative. No, I don't want to say that word. Being careful, better words. Being careful with your word choices, right? As you're manifesting. So being mindful, right? There, like you could have been activated because of that pain. And so it's like, now I know what I want to, charge towards. You're ending a cycle, walking into a new portal, leaving the rest behind. This is what you're walking away from, and you're headed towards success. So if you do the wisdom, right? If you do the teaching, if you do the healing work, if you balance out your yin and yang, if you allow things to unfold in divine timing, you are headed towards success. What is around you is an idea. You have the Page of Wands and Tres de Copas. So celebration around this new passionate idea. So it's 3 of Cups energy, celebration. There could be some type of project that you're wanting to kind of work on, expand on, but there's a need to find your tribe around it. Your hopes is, oh, did I read this wrong? Yes, I did. Your hopes is this is the situation around you, is the opportunity to take on, to move forward with a project. Your hope is to have celebration, to have connections with other people. Your fear is around your guardedness. It's around your resources. It's around, do I have enough? It's lack mentality, is your fear. The outcome, 9 of Wands. So this is you. Usually this is defending your position, and I know he looks scared. There's something about fearing this path, fearing this awareness that's going to come from the new knowledge. But there's something about the 9 of Wands usually is like you've gone through battles, you've gone through, like this person is like bandaged up, right? So this person has like gone through battle, and now they're defending what they know. They're defending the wisdom that they've gained. So this isn't a bad outcome. This is like, you have to go through this healing process to achieve this. Yeah. What's underneath? Caballero de Copas. Look, new beginnings. Could be new beginning. Could be a new beginning in love. It could be the new beginning of this project, like having the passionate experience of that. Yeah, but I think seeking the wisdom, doing the healing work to balance out the yin and yang aspect, and then allowing divine timing to occur with you and this other person. It could be a soulmate, it could be a teacher, it could be someone that you're headed towards, that where there's going to be success in the end of it. So Taurus, that's for you. That is for you. Take your time with the healing aspect. And it could be something that you need to take action on, meaning making the decision. That's Aries energy, making the decision to do the healing work, making the decision to seek wisdom, making the decision to look for a teacher, a shaman. It could be you. I just realized that. Shining wisdom. It could be you. After you go through this journey, you will also become a teacher. You will shine the light, right, on the balancing of something, right? I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it because it came to mind and I wasn't going to say it. Not that it triggers me, but, and it's not that I'm a supporter of it, but I'm also not opposed to it. How about that? I have a neutral, it's like an awareness that it exists, right? Twin flame came to mind. Twin flame came to mind just because of the yin and yang, divine timing, the soulmate energy, wisdom. So there could be something that this person, that you're headed towards. There could be something, some type of soulmate connection. Let's put it that way. That could be anything. It could be friends. It could be, I mean, twin flames don't have to be lovers. It could be friends. It could be a family member. It could be anybody who is, who just has a path with you to follow. That's really what it is. But this is about balancing those energies within you, Taurus. So, yeah, that's for you, my friends. All right, who's next? Who's next? Gemini, you are next, my friends. You are next. Don't forget to check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node in the event that one of the signs that you look at doesn't make sense. And I'm trusting that you are discerning with the information that I or anybody else shares, right? You trust yourself. You learn how to trust yourself. All right, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I am a Gemini sun. And that's been a fun experience. A fun energy to I have stories. I have stories. Okay. Gemini, Gemini. Oh, that was quick. Illuminated vision. Illuminated vision. That's so interesting because Taurus had something about shining. So imagine your dreams infused with divine light, unfolding with grace. You're reaching your full potential. Yeah. So it's like making sure you're staying true to your path, making sure, I mean, things are being illuminated for you about your potential, about your dreams. And there's something about having grace, right? Unfolding with grace. So that means being gracious with yourself. If you're making mistakes on this path, gracious with other people who are on their own path. Fourth heart chakra, heart energy. This is heart, right? This is compassion. This is empathy. This is love, unconditional love. So your heart chakra is being activated. You could be going through some type of spiritual awakening or deeper, going deeper to address any emotions that maybe you haven't been feeling, or that you've kind of, it could either be, I feel like it's healing your heart, healing your wounds around your path, healing wounds around your mistakes, healing, allowing yourself to feel. So there's something about that for you, Gemini. Yeah. Green is oftentimes very much heart related. Oh, you get two. Okay. Discernment. So being discerning with the information, and struggle. Yeah. Oh, there's something about a connection. I don't know why this just came to me. There's a bird and a fish. There, you could be connected to someone right now where you're trying to make a home with someone. I don't know what's going on. You're trying to make a home with someone, and do you remember that story of like what kind of story is it? Just remember there was a story. There was a story about like a bird and a fish that fell in love, but they didn't have anywhere to make their nest. So there's something about like some incompatibility with someone. There's an That's not income, it's incompatibility. Can't pronounce it. Second is English is my second language. Incompatibility with someone right now, where you're trying to create something together. It doesn't have to be a home, it could be a project. There's something about working with someone else right now, or creating something with someone else, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It could be an air sign, or that you're dealing with. It was air, fire, bird, right? But there's a fish, so it could be a water sign. You could have water in your chart, but there's something about air and water. There's something about air and water, and I feel like the water sign is going through some challenges right now. You could have water in your chart, or you could be experiencing some emotional challenges, because this is the fish going uphill. This is the opposite of if you entertain the law of ¿cómo se llama? The law of attraction. Abraham Hicks talks about going downstream. Well, this little fish right here is clearly going upstream. So they're clearly taking the more difficult path. So there could be either you or somebody else, right? Either you or somebody else is taking the more difficult path. And so the discernment is like, hey, use your noggin, use your wisdom, use your air, right? Air is thoughts. Our air is wisdom. Air is ideas. Use your wisdom as you're going on this path. Going on this journey, Gemini. Okay, here we go. Oof, you're starting off as the Devil, Capricorn energy, feeling stuck. Crossing energy. Here is the Nine of Swords. Fool is underneath. That's the hidden energy. I'm gonna pull these out first, so it's faster. Two of Wands underneath. I'm walking away from. Five of Swords. Oh, there we go. Headed towards the Strength. And then 4 more cards, please. 4 more cards. There's 1. The Lovers. 2. Okay. You have 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, something about work. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, and then 1 more, please. There it is. Knight of Swords, the Truth. Okay, my friend, Gemini. You are starting off Devil energy, Capricorn energy. So it's either related to work, or there could be something that is holding you back. And this is how you're presenting, right? This is how you're presenting. So feeling stuck, feeling like you're repeating cycles, repeating lessons. There's something about like feeling stuck. You have the 9 of Wands. This is you defending your position. This is you could possibly defending your projects. This is you defending what you know and the lessons that you've learned. In the background is an opportunity to start a new chapter. The Fool, right? Starting a new chapter, but using the wisdom. That's the opportunity, right? Starting this new chapter with the wisdom that you've gained. But you're making, the opportunity is to make plans. The 2 of Wands is the calling. The 2 of Wands is the prep work. The 2 of Wands is, what direction do I go, universe, right? I'm getting this pull to start this new chapter. I'm getting the calling, but I feel stuck. You're walking away from the 5 of Swords, which means you're walking away from some type of challenge around communication. It could be deceit. It could be someone winning at all costs, right? Maybe you were, I feel like you were at the end of the pain. Like you were impacted by this information that was shared. But you're headed towards strength. You're headed towards Leo energy. So there's something about being able to tap into the strength, being able to tap into the lessons. And if you integrate, if you're discerning, look at this birdie. If you're discerning, it says discernment at the bottom. If you're wondering why I use the word discerning. You're going through some type of struggle right now. Look, it says struggle, but there's discernment. There's discernment with the path that you're headed towards. If you integrate that lesson, if you allow yourself to feel the feelings, you learn the lessons, you're going to head towards success. with that, but that's only if you're integrating the lessons. The Lovers is the energy around you. So you could have love around you. You could have a partner around you. It's also a choice. It's also a choice card. In your hopes is 7 of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. And so it's being able to balance out the fruits of your labor, right? You're waiting for the seeds that you're planting to sow. So whatever it is you're investing in or wanting to invest in, there's something about, can I juggle this? Can I juggle my finances? Can I juggle the work that I'm doing or the work that I want to do, right? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's the path is being illuminated of where your potential, where your heart is pulling you towards. And there could be a struggle. There could be a struggle around what you want to do versus what you are doing right now. And so needing to, the hope is, can I balance this? The fear is, how long is this going to take? Because it's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. It's the slowest card in the deck. And so it's crossing your T's, dotting your I's. It's very slow. And so it could be the, ¿cómo se dice? That it feels like it's going too slow, right? The struggle, it's like, when is this going to end? Right, and that's in the fear position. Like, when is it going to end? The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is working towards, this is the outcome, right? So this is you moving forward with your truth, knowing what to do, right? But be careful, because there could be the potential for, and I just said this to Taurus, and that's where the discerning comes from, right? That's where the empathy, right? Being mindful of how you communicate your feelings, how you communicate your challenges, how you communicate your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs. And so there's something about having a greater awareness of your belief system, or your belief system changing to the degree where you're just like, you know what, this is my new belief system. This is what I'm going towards. Underneath is the 5 of Wands. So yeah, there's been conflict. There is conflict, or will be conflict, depending on how you navigate this experience, my friends. So Gemini, yeah, I think a lot of it is making sure you maintain your heart open, making sure you're being discerning, right, with this potential new chapter in your life, making sure you're going with the flow versus the struggle, right? Who are you allowing into your life? Are they a part of your path? And I feel like you're going to learn about communication. Passionate communication. You're going to learn about passionate communication, Gemini. If that's something that's, I mean, I don't know why passionate communication. The sword energy. It was the sword energy. Because I'm looking at the 4th, this one, but the throat chakra is what's being highlighted in my mind. The throat chakra is being highlighted. So there could be something about communication and how you're communicating your feelings, Gemini. That's for you, my friends. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We have Cancer next. Cancer. Don't forget to check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. If this one doesn't resonate with you, let me take a quick sip of my cafecito. Cancer. Yeah, check out your other signs in the event that this one doesn't make sense. You could be leaning into some of your other placements. So, all right, let's get some oracle cards for you to start this off. And like I told everybody else, I'm gonna pull out the spread first versus going through each sign or each card right away. I'll just pull these out and then talk about them as they come up. So you have the first card is Treasure Within. Connect to your authentic self and let your genuine heart lead you. I stay true to my values. So there could be something that's unveiling, something that's coming to light, something that you're having greater awareness about. Oh, it could be about love. It could be about someone that's holding the heart, the key to your heart. It could be the masculine energy within you, tapping in. You know, Cancer, how do I say this? Cancer is a water sign. It's all about your heart. Cancer feels very deeply. And sometimes because they feel very deeply, you feel deeply, it's possible that you go from one extreme to the other, which means I feel too much, so I'm blocking myself. I'm covering myself up. So there could be something about the masculine, and that's masculine energy when we're not wanting to tap into our feelings. So there's something about your masculine side or a masculine person in your life. Remember, it's not about gender or sex. I mean, anybody has access to masculine energy. It's how it presents itself, right? The self-expression of masculinity within us, and one extreme to the other. But there's something about giving yourself permission to feel. Giving yourself permission to feel, giving that masculine side of you, and that could be what's being unveiled, that could be what's being like brought to your awareness. And there's something about divine timing with some type of connection, a soulmate, or it could be within you. It could be within you, an awareness within you. I'm going to use this one. Or something about an awareness about the love for yourself, or it could be a connection with somebody else. Oh, Cancer. Oh, good Lord. Oh, it's one of those. When I say it's one of those, because more than one card comes out for each position, then that's like, okay, that's detailed information, right? Let me put this like this because I'm limited on space here. So I'm going to take out all of the cards first and then talk about the story that comes out for you. So the presenting energy, you have Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. So a lot about your work. It could be about your finances, resources of some kind. Now, resources could be anything. It could be money, it could be ideas, it could be people. You have the Eight of Pentacles as the crossing energy or the opportunity. You have the Chariot as the, that was quick, as the, what's going on in the background. Four more cards, please. This is going a lot faster than I thought. Eight of Cups. Two more, and then I'll go into the details of this. Six of Cups. Yeah, so you have the Chariot as what's going on in the background. The hidden energy is the Tower. Okay. How are you starting off this reading? You're starting off with Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So you are collecting. It's so interesting. It's all about your resources, right? It's like you're thinking about your resources, the resources that you have and the resources that you're it's like you're trying to balance your resources. You're trying to balance what you're receiving right now. There's an opportunity for commitment or to use your wisdom, about your resources, because that's Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles, there's like wisdom right underneath. So it's like, how are you using your pentacles? Pentacle. How are you using your pentacles? Because the crossing energy is the Eight of Pentacles, which usually means work, but this is exhaustion work. This is like she's working herself to the core. Like, mira su vestido. It's like it's worn out. So it's about how you're managing your resources, right? Resources could be emotions too. It could be, how are you dealing with your emotions? How are you managing your emotions about something? How are you managing the people in your life, the connections, the relationships? Who are you allowing into your space, right? Chariot energy is in the background. This is Cancer. This is you. This is clarity. So you're gaining clarity, right? You're gaining clarity. You're taking the veil off and you're getting like, oh, enlightenment, right? Like her third eye is being illuminated. So there's something about gaining clarity. What you don't see coming is a Tower moment, which is clarity. How it comes to you. That's why the Tower moment it's in the hidden position. So this could help you, meaning it just continues to give you more clarity. It could hold you back because something needs to fall apart in order for something new to come up. Or it could be just a natural consequence of the information that you get. Like as you're getting the clarity, it might cause something to fall apart so that something new could begin. How this is navigated is up to you, right? It's the awareness of what you have, right? What you're taking off, what you're walking away from, the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. This is, you're walking away from sitting with your intuition, managing, it's how you were managing your resources, right? How you were managing the awareness up here, the spirituality aspect, and how you were grounding that information. And you're walking towards the Emperor. The Emperor is the king of all kings. It's Aries energy. It's very masculine energy. So you're walking towards that. And look, they have the knowledge there. So it's like all the wisdom that they've gathered from how they've managed their resources, and whatever new clarity you're getting, right? It's like you have it right here. In your environment right now is the Six of Pentacles. So you're working on your self-care. You're working on healthy boundaries. You're working on collecting, knowing how much to give to yourself, and then how much to give, how much to keep for yourself and how much to give. The hopes is going on a spiritual journey. Eight of Cups, going for that something better, going for walking away because you know that the Nine of Cups is just around the corner. The fear is the Six of Cups energy. Usually Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's soulmate energy. It's remember I talked about divine timing. So it could be that you're headed towards some type of connection that you're worried about, maybe worried about what you're going to discover. Maybe it's a worry about how much it's going to activate your heart. But this one is also healing energy. This is the younger child, you know, with the older version of themselves. And so there could be fear because it's in the fear position. It could be about inner child work. It's like, oh man, am I gonna, I mean, I'm surprised healing isn't coming out right now. But there could be something about doing the inner child work or tapping into your inner child dreams, because she's giving this particular Six of Cups, like all of the little not tadpoles, what are the lily pads, there's hay flores, there's flowers in each of them. And so the little girl's kind of handing her older version of herself like, hey, don't forget this dream, don't forget this dream. The outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. So there's going to be a good outcome of your resources if you're integrating, right, what you're learning. You're going to require strength because underneath is the Strength card. So Leo energy. So there's something about tapping into confidence, tapping into strength to navigate this process, this transition that you're going through. Okay. It's divine timing. It could be the Tower moment, that's divine timing, the awareness, that's divine timing, the development of you becoming this Emperor occurring in divine timing, and the clarity of your heart, the clarity of the desires of your heart in divine timing. Cancer, that was for you. All right, my friends, let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. We are headed towards Leo. Leo. Check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node, North Node, South Node, and or all of the zodiac signs, because you do have them all in your birth chart. They're just in a different part of your life. You know what I should have done, but it's too late for that. It's too late for that. It's too late. Is it too late? No, it's not. Hold up. All right, we're back. I wanted to make sure I pulled out the cards, the oracle cards that I already used, so we're not repeating them. Where was I? Leo, you're next. All right, Leo, let's see what cards come out for you, oracle cards. So don't forget to check out your sun, moon, Venus, rising, north, and south node. If this one doesn't make sense, you can check out all of the zodiac signs because you do have them all in your birth chart as well. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. There it is. You are getting clear the passage, clear the cycles. You have many choices to make to move closer to your desires. I make good decisions. So you are being asked to make good decisions. There's something about clearing the air or clearing your path. So think about the choices that you're making. Is the choice that you're making going to help you move forward, or are you going to repeat a lesson? So there's something about possibly repeating a lesson, but it's your choice. And there's nothing wrong with repeating a lesson. Repeating a lesson sometimes means that you missed something the first time around. You missed a lesson, you missed a point of awareness. Envy. There could be some jealousy going on, right? It could be the people around you. There could be jealousy towards you. And the successes that you've been able to achieve. So there could be jealousy and envy are two different things. Jealousy and envy are two different things. Like envy is a little more intense, in my opinion. Inner journey, growth. There's something about you needing to learn from this experience. So clear the passage. Envy. Let's look at that one a little closer. There could be some envy towards you. Inner journey. So you're being called towards an inner journey. You're being called to do some inner work. It could be to help you clear this passage. It could be, what am I going to use? Let's use this one. There's something about what you've achieved and people looking at you. People looking at you, either it's because of the choices that you're making to go on this inner journey, and people are not wanting you to go, or not wanting, there's something about you needing to go on this inner journey, but there's some cycles that are needing to be cleared out. So either you're going to repeat a cycle again with someone. It's all about your choices. And I feel like it has to do with having an awareness of the success that you have, whether it's actual success or the success that you will have, and people not wanting to let you go. And it's like you're needing to clear. So clearing the passage sometimes means not necessarily cycling out. Oh, yes, it does. It's like you're needing to cycle out of an experience, but sometimes you gotta let go of people too. Because otherwise, it's like we're doing it again, right? Or the boundaries that you set with certain people will. So it's like if you're overgiving in a certain area with someone and they're taking advantage of it or something like that, right? That cycle is going to keep repeating. The moment that you do something different will be the moment that cycle shifts, that timeline shifts. So there's something about that, the people around you. So when you're going on an inner journey, you have a greater awareness of people around you, how they look at you, how they feel about you, or how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other people. Because the inner journey requires mirroring. It requires your shadow being highlighted. So you could have jealousy over other people who maybe have done the inner journey, or there's people around you that don't want you to go on this inner journey because they're envious of your potential. They're envious of your potential. They're envious of your potential. All right, you're starting off with the Three of Wands. So that is taking steps, right, to clear this passage. The crossing energy is the Temperance card, which means take your time. It means also means abstinence. It means like hold yourself back. There's alchemy that's occurring behind the scenes. You don't see this occurring, and that sometimes can be frustrating, especially for a fire sign, Leo. So there's definitely something about allow things to occur in divine timing. Allowing things, that's the opportunity, right? Whether or not you take it, that's up to you. In the background is the Six of Cups energy. Now the Six of Cups oftentimes is inner child work. So here we go. Three of Wands, crossing energy is the Temperance. You have Six of Cups. Six of Cups is going on behind the scenes, right? So usually Six of Cups is soulmate energy, nostalgia energy, but this particular card, there's maturity, right? Doing the inner healing work for some type of maturity to unfold. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, so you could have Virgo in your chart. This is in the hidden position, meaning you don't know it's coming, or it could be energy you could tap into that can help you. It could hold you back, or it could be a natural consequence. I feel like it'll help you. Nine of Pentacles crosses their T's and dots their I's, right? They're aware of their resources. They're taking their time. I mentioned Temperance energy, right? Taking their time with this process, because inner journey work isn't an overnight thing. It's going to take time. You're walking away from High Priestess energy. So there could have been some like awakening, right? That you're realizing, you're like, oh shoot, like I want to go on this path, but I need to do healing work. It could have been envy that evoked this heart, third eye chakra awakening, some type of intense emotion. Oftentimes intense emotions or intense life experiences activate our awareness, our connection to source. So you're walking away from that energy and you're headed towards the Ace of Cups and Two of Wands. So opening your heart, having some type of new beginning with a new path. So the steps that you were taking before, the steps could be what you were doing, but now you're walking towards a new path, and that path could be a heart chakra opening. Remember I talked about a heart chakra opening. To do this inner healing work, what's going on around you is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is conflict energy. It's about communication. It's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? So you could be learning how to navigate all of that. The Hanged Man is in the hope position. The Hanged Man is gaining a new perspective. They purposely put themselves in this position to look at the world from another point of view. And that's what the inner healing work is all about, is seeing yourself, seeing your shadow self from in a different way. Seeing other people who trigger you, right? Especially with the envy card that came out. Other people who trigger you in another way. So that's the hope position. The fear position is death, which is symbolic of death and rebirth, transformation. Because once you gain awareness or enlightenment, there is internal work is transformation, and the old parts of you go away, fall away, transform into this new version of you, and that's what's going to help you clear the passage. The outcome, 10 of Wands. I think this is all about a choice. This is heaviness, this is carrying your emotional shit. It's like, you know, going on this new path, you're going to slowly unpack everything that has been weighing on you, everything that you've carried, all of your life experiences, right? All of the projects that you have occurred. There's an ending to a cycle, because underneath is the 10 of Swords. So there's big endings, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. There's big endings for you, Leo. It's how you're navigating this new path. You know, making sure you're taking your time, right? You're making the plans to do this, to clear out the people that you need to clear out, to allow the inner child work to occur, the healing work to occur, allowing your heart to open up, allowing your heart to open up. So Leo, that's for you. That's for you. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo. Don't forget, Virgo, we're leaving those there. We're not combining them. we're not combining them. Take another sip. How much time? Oh, it's continuation for the like 10 10 minutes? What? All right, let's move on. All right, Virgo. I forgot that I restarted it. Because I wanted to make sure I wasn't repeating the oracle cards. All right, Virgo, check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north, south node. If this doesn't resonate for you, because you could be leaning into one of your other zodiac placements on your birth chart, because you do have them all there. So we're going to do 3 oracle cards, and then I'll do a quick reading for everybody for this week. Pathway beyond. Release what no longer serves you and step into the unknown. I am open to new things. You are being asked to be open. You are being asked to release control. Virgo, it can be really hard for you to release control because you're an earth sign. You like control. You like knowing what's going on, where you're headed. And that could be scary, to step into the unknown and not know where you're headed towards. You are at a crossroads. You're needing to make a decision about where you are going, what you're going to do next, Virgo. And the fear could be what's holding you back, right? The unknown. But you're being asked to trust. You're being asked to trust yourself, your intuition, and your intuition is not your fear. Intuition is a knowing. Intuition is something within you that you're like, this is just the next thing, and trusting that. And then once you make that decision, it's what's the next thing, right? It's step by step. It's a step-by-step process. Psychic development. Ooh, wow. How beautiful is this? Mira, qué bonito. Psychic development. That's what it says at the bottom. There's Leo energy. There's a swan. There's something about you developing and becoming this beautiful swan, this beautiful being, this beautiful creature of knowing. This one. All right, Virgo. But in order to become this, you have to make a choice. You have to be okay with not knowing how this is going to develop for you. And you're going to have to shine this in. Like, once this happens for you, Virgo, like, the sun is there. People are going to see your transformation. There's something about being seen. Something about your transformation being seen. Yeah, there's something about your transformation being seen. So if you haven't been in the public eye, you might be called into the public eye. There's something about your transformation being seen. So if you haven't already seen, I'm going to take out the cards first. And then I will tell the story afterwards. Usually I take my time with each card and break it down, but because I'm doing all of the zodiac signs, I can go a little faster today. Oh, how pretty. You have the Two of Wands to start, and then the Two of Cups as the crossing energy. What's going on in the background for you, Virgo? The Two of Wands. Oh, more than one. Okay. Oh, interesting. You're like, what is it? What is it? You have the Two of Wands to start off. Okay. Two of Wands is where you are being called. You're being called on a journey, and you're contemplating, how do I do that? How do I go that way? How do I step into this new path? There's something about the world that you're being called towards. You're being called towards this. A lot of twos. Oh, you got 3 twos. Okay. The opportunity is Two of Cups. So a new beginning, a new connection maybe, but it could also be alignment with yourself. As the opportunity is the healing work that's going to occur. And it might lead you to a connection, a new beginning with someone. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, which is great. Okay, Two of Wands. Two of Wands is you being called to do something, figuring out the steps. So you haven't really taken action, right? This is the indecision that's brought up. Like you're trying to figure out, where do I go? Like I'm being called. But I don't know what the path is. I've gotten up to this point. Like she has her bike. She's gotten to a certain point, but there's something that's calling her. The opportunity is Two of Cups, alignment with self or alignment with someone else, a new beginning with someone. What's in the background is the Knight of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So the Knight of Swords is rushing forward towards something that's more balanced, rushing towards an experience, right? Or communicating something to balance something out. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles is balancing something out. In this particular card, it's being able to give. It's reciprocity. It's reciprocity. So you're headed towards, like in the behind the scenes, it's like, I want something that's reciprocal. I want a connection that's reciprocal. There's some healing work that needs to be done. The star energy is hope, is having hope, having faith that this path, this is in the hidden position. So this means it's energy you haven't tapped into. It could be energy that could help you. I don't see it as something that's holding you back. Or it'll be a natural consequence of what you're going to experience if you access it. So if you access it, you will encounter healing, you will encounter hope through this process. You're walking away from a Cancerian energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is the Queen of Cups. You could be walking away from that, or you're walking away from some type of intense growth experience. You're walking towards the Knight of Swords. So I think it's all depending on how you choose or not choose this path, because not choosing is still a choice. I want you to know that not choosing is still a choice. But the Nine of Swords is so much gets illuminated. Wow, look at all these thoughts, all these belief systems that are either keeping me up at night or I'm really worried about. And it's almost like, it seems like it's creating this blockage around her, but in reality she could just step up and go over them, right? She could step up and get herself out of that. Two of Swords. So you have the Two of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords. This is decision making time. Two of Swords is two decisions that you have to make, and it comes out of your intuition, and it seems like you're going to make it. What's missing? Two of Wands. No, that's Two of Wands, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. That's the juggling. That's the also a decision card, but it's juggling. So that's what's missing. So you could be juggling, because it's the one that's missing. It's the one that's being kind of in the background too. You could be juggling a lot, and so making this decision is not going to be easy, because that means you're going to have to let go of something. That means you're going to have to let go of something. The opportunity, the hope is a new idea, a new commitment, a new finances or new resources in a way that you haven't done before. It's just new. It's just a new opportunity. That's the hope. The fear is the Five of Wands. The fear is tapping out, tapping. Who's going to tap in? Usually Five of Wands is conflict. Practicing how to communicate, how to resolve conflict. This one is really interesting because it's like one person has the wand. So one person has been doing the work, but look, their hands are kind of stretched out. One person's hand is stretched out. The other people are just kind of standing and allowing this one guy to do everything. They're just allowing two guys and a girl in the background. Like, they're allowing this guy to do the work. They're just watching him. The people around you, there could be something where you're doing all the work, but this makes me feel like tap. You know, have you ever seen Los Luchaderos or like Lucha Libre? This is the other one. Gem is another one where they're like, tap me in, I'll cover for you. There's something about needing to tap out of an experience. And so in the fear position, it could be the fear of who are you going to choose to exchange roles with you, right? Who are you going to choose that maybe there could be worries around that, around like, who am I going to choose that will continue to maintain this while I'm gone? So there could be, again, you've been juggling a lot yourself. But now if you're going to make this decision, you have to let something go. outcome, Four of Swords, which is healing energy. Allowing yourself to rest, allow yourself to go downstream. Mira que bonito. It's like going downstream, allowing yourself to go down this new path. What's underneath all this? You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, Virgo. You're gonna love this. The Hermit energy. You. This is you. There's going to be wisdom. You're going to be a wise healer, leader, but it requires you to take that first step. Virgo, wow. It requires hope. It requires making a decision. And yes, there's going to be some discomfort, right? Nine of Swords. But it's the end of a cycle. It's an opportunity to start something new, something more reciprocal, something that's more aligned with your truth, Virgo. But it also requires you to trust in the unknown and be open to new things, learning new things. Psychic development. That's so cool. It ended with the Hermit, and who, you know, is a very psychic healing. So you could be a healer, a shaman, a guide of some sort, and using your psychic development in that way in this new chapter. So if you're worried about what's going to come next for you, now you know. It's the in-between. It's the in-between that can be a little scary. So you got this. All right, Libra, you are next. Sacred alchemy, a lot of transformation, a lot of wisdom. Let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. I am aligned with spirit. So making sure that you stay in alignment, making sure you're making time. You're making time for this transformation to occur, this sacred alchemy, this behind the scenes. Alchemy is always behind the scenes, right? There's something about wisdom behind the scenes. Making sure you're staying in alignment. Doing the work behind the scenes. I'm going to take it because it was intense. Angel of balance. Balancing your shit out. Libra, you're always striving for balance. Just because you're the sign of balance doesn't mean you are balanced. It just means you're striving for balance. Angel of balance. And there's almost this feeling of like, you're protected. Like, don't worry. Things always balance themselves out. And maybe you're being called to be the angel of balance, right? You're the only one that can balance the stuff around you out. Integration. It's integrating the knowledge that you have. The wisdom. There's a snake here. There's a moon. There's work that you've done. And it's integrating all of this information, all of this wisdom, right? The sacred alchemy. Snakes are transformative energy. So you are becoming a transformative force, but you have to integrate things. You have to integrate things. I want to use this one again. No, I want to use this one. You're needing to integrate things, Libra. The wisdom that you've learned and communicate. This angel of balance has blue all over her. So there's something about communicating and how you're communicating with other people, integrating the knowledge and the emotional experiences that you have, the transformation that you've undergone. You may even be the light for other people, the angel, like an angel for other people. With how you're communicating. It's with how you're communicating. Yeah. But it requires you to integrate and stay in alignment. Stay in alignment with spirit. Harmonize your intentions. So it's about your truth. It's about your truth, Libra. Ooh, okay. Oh, there's two. Okay. Let's see. You have the Ace of Swords to start off with the World. So you're ending a cycle. You're entering a new portal where you're integrating. This is an integration. Ahorita enseño. I'll show you right now. The integration is right there too. So this particular world card There's someone in a yoga position meditating right on top of the world. Talk about integration. Integrating your spiritual world with the earthly world. Integrating the spiritual world with the earthly world. So that's how you're starting off the reading, is aligning your truth. As you're entering this new portal, the crossing energy is the Four of Pentacles. So it's how you're managing your time. It's how you're managing your resources. So look, the Ace of Swords and the World. So it's honoring your truth by staying in alignment with the spiritual and the earthly world, right? That's how you're starting off. You have the Four of Pentacles as the crossing energies, the opportunity. How are you managing your resources? Resources could be money, time, knowledge, awareness. What's going on in the background is the Six of Swords. So you're leaving something, your Nine of Wands. Six of Swords, it's like, I'm going towards something better, something lighter. Nine of Wands is like, I've done work. I know I have all of this wisdom and I need to protect it. I need to use it. I need to integrate it. Is integrating the wisdom that you learned from the work that you have done. Page of Pentacles is underneath. So it's an opportunity to learn. Usually Page of Pentacles is you're learning something new. This one is an interesting one because it's like there's joy and pentacles. So there's something about learning how to balance, how to stay balanced with the joyfulness of what you're creating, with the joyfulness of the work, with the joyfulness of the effort. You're walking away from moon energy. So you're walking away from the unknown. You're walking away from Cancer or emotional, like shadow work stuff. And you're headed towards your 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment for everything, right? What's happening in your environment is the Seven of Cups, opportunities. But which of these opportunities, right? Opportunities could be how are you using your time? Right? Oh, this come up. Oh, right? Like, be careful. Be careful how you're managing your time and which choices you are picking. In the Hope position, you have the Lovers and the High Priestess. So there could be some type of commitment that's coming your way. There could be a choice around choosing your spirituality. That could also be it, right? Choosing a partner maybe that's in line with your spiritual path, or it could be choosing spirituality. Like maybe you are being called to embrace the High Priestess energy, right? Remember I talked about like your communication, about what you're learning, the sacred alchemy. You could potentially be like an angel for somebody, right? An angel of communication, a messenger, a messenger. And that is the embracing the High Priestess energy. In your fear position is the unknown. Again, the unknown. And it could just be like, gosh, like I have all this information on what's going to come next. I don't know, right? And that could be unsettling for folks. The outcome, the Emperor. The Emperor is the King of Kings. The Emperor has the wisdom. It's Aries energy. But underneath is the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. So again, it could be the stuckness around how you're managing your resources. It could be the stuckness around not knowing what is coming next. Yeah, not what's coming next in terms of love, what's coming next in terms of your choices. Libra, one day at a time, one moment at a time. One choice at a time. Integrate the lessons that you've learned, right? How have you been managing your resources, your time in the past? What have you learned from that? Be wise. There's a lot of cards around wisdom, a lot of cards around transitions and change. Yeah, you be wise. Be wise with that. All right, Libra, you got this. Scorpio, welcome. You are next. Make sure you're also checking out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node if this doesn't make sense for you, because you could be leaning into some of your other placements. Scorpio, we're going to get some cards out for you to start off, and then I will go over it in detail. So slightly different than what I usually do during the week. The first card you got was Vantage Point. Ask Spirit to give you clarity so you can change your perspective. I see my path clearly. So you're looking for clarity, Scorpio, on what's next for you, or at least you're being asked to request clarity, because it almost feels like you're on this path that maybe you're not supposed to be, or that you're not sure is your path. There's something about needing to change your perspective on something. And that could be why you're being encouraged. Yeah, you're being encouraged to look at something or someone in a different way. The thinking woman, this is air energy. This is, so you could have air in your chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could be dealing with someone who has knowledge, some type of feminine energy who's gone through some type of transformation. There's a butterfly there. So there's something about transformation. Either this person has gone through transformation, this person who can help you gain clarity, or part of you gaining clarity is you undergoing transformation, you gathering knowledge, you gathering some type of wisdom and going through that healing work, Scorpio. Let's get one more oracle card. Let's see, let's see. Oracle card for you. Vantage point. All right. You get new day. Yes, it's a new day. As it says at the bottom, a new day. So there's something definitely about starting a new path, highlighting something. You know, when the sun is starting to come out, it starts brightening up the day. So there's something about, like, again, gaining that clarity. I'll use this one. Gaining clarity, gaining awareness. This person has either that information for you, or you have to go through this process to see your path clearly. Scorpio. We're going to pull out these cards and then I will go over them. Yeah, you have air in your chart, dude. The Magician came out with the Two of Swords, needing to make a decision. The Magician is, you know, has the holder of, doesn't ¿cómo se llama? Manifest. Has everything to manifest, but they haven't manifested it yet. Does that make sense? So you're starting off with Gemini energy. You could have Gemini in your chart. Remember I talked about air signs, and the Two of Swords is needing to make a decision about what you're wanting, and that could be why you're being asked to, hey, clarify your manifestation. Like, what do you want? Gain clarity over what you want so that you can make the choice, because the Two of Swords is indecision. The Two of Swords is, I haven't made the decision yet, because you don't know what you want. So that could be what is happening to you. Yeah. Oh, let me move this around, because this. As I was talking, I realized I'm like, oh, nope, I missed a step. Okay, so the crossing energy, so that's where you are, right? The crossing energy, which is the opportunity, is to reevaluate your work. You have the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Coins. To reevaluate where you are in terms of work, this is a situation that is either you're feeling left out in the cold, or there's been some disappointments with your work, and feeling like you don't have, oh gosh, that's a lot. Okay, I guess it's a lot because they're wanting to talk to you. They're wanting to talk to you. What does that mean? If you haven't already started meditating, you need to meditate, because this is a lot of information, dude. Okay. Let me take a sip of coffee for this one. Scorpios. My dear Scorpios, you need to figure out what it is that you want. This is how you're starting off. Magician and Two of Swords. I don't know what I want. You have everything, but you need clarity on what you want. The opportunity is to evaluate your work. Eight of Coins and Five of Coins. So this is about your work. There's something laboring, taxing, disappointing, hurtful about the work that you're in right now. There's something feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like it's just you doing this work. So you're being asked to reevaluate your work. That's the opportunity. Underneath, you're feeling stuck. Eight of Swords is feeling stuck. Like this person feels stuck. The hidden energy, meaning you could tap into this if you choose to, is the King of Cups, the King of Coins, King of Pentacles. So you have the ability to tap into resources. This could help you. This could hold you back. Excuse me. Or it could be a natural consequence of what's coming up for you. So the King of Coins, there's something about taking your time to figure out where you want to plant your roots, where you want to plant your resources, not roots, resources. Resources could be money, it could be time, it could be energy, it could be people. So there's something about the what you don't know is underneath that you can't tap into is greater awareness of where you want to plant yourself. You're walking away from the Empress energy, which is Empress is mother of earth, right? You're walking away from groundedness, from transformation, something grounded, something about like nurturance. You're walking away from that type of energy, and you're headed towards fast moving energy. So it's like I was praying for what I wanted. You're walking away from praying for what you want. I mean, I know it's not the Empress energy, but there's something about you're walking away from just praying and now taking action. The Chariot is awareness and it's emotions. It's driven by emotion. So the clarity around this is what are your heart's desires, Scorpio? What are your heart's desires? Because that's what's going to give you clarity. What's around you is Eight of Wands. A lot of information coming through, a lot of downloads, a lot of clarity if you allow it to. Now, Wand energy is intense. It could be fiery. It could be information that's given to you in a way that you don't want it, that burns, or it could be information from spirit. It could be information from this person that you're connecting with or that you should connect with that might help gain more clarity, but clarity is on its way. Information is on its way. Your hopes, you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords in the hope position is healing heartbreak. It's healing, it could be around your work situation. It could be around a relationship. It's healing a heartbreak situation. The fears, Page of Coins, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands. I'm loving all the pictures. The fear could be how you're starting this new chapter with learning how to start this new chapter without being a little too intense, right? Like Knight of Wands is the most passionate and intense and fast riding horse. Is the fast riding horse? Well, the Knight of Swords is also intense, but there's something like ravaging. Look at her face. It's like someone who just got released. It's like this is her before and after. She's just getting released. I want to charge towards this new chapter. But the fear is, because this is in the fear position, is the fear is not knowing how to start this new chapter in a discerning way. Outcome is the Tower. Now, the Tower could be something is being taken away so that something new could start. It could also just be greater awareness. It's just the how the awareness comes in. So it's clarity and clarity. Your Tower moments are clarity, are awakenings. It's the how. It's intense. And I think it is going to be intense because you have the 10 of Wands underneath, which is the end of a cycle. Something heavy, something, a burden of some sort. And again, it could have been the work situation, because that's the opportunity, is reevaluating the work that you're doing. It could be a lot of work. It could be work that isn't in alignment with you. And that's why you're wanting and asking for clarity, so that you can make a decision towards something that you want. And this decision will set you free. So ask for it. If you haven't already done so, ask for it, Scorpio. Otherwise, the information that occurs, the data that unfolds, it'll show you the way, just not in the way that you want it to, not in the way that you had hoped that the information would come to you. I don't want to sugarcoat stuff, and I'm giving you other ways of looking at it, right? A Tower moment, depending on your birth chart, could come out in different ways. All right. So look at the information. Look at your life experiences so far. What are they saying? What are you wanting? Tap into your heart. That's my advice to you, Scorpio. All right, Saggies, you're next. Check out your sun, moon, Venus, rising, north node, south node. If this story doesn't make sense, because you do have them all in your birth chart, just in a different part of your life. All right, don't forget to stay tuned at the end when I do a general reading for everybody. You have golden map. When you align your desires with Spirit's plan, you are truly blessed. I fulfill my true purpose. So I was just telling Scorpio how important it is to check out your birth chart if you have not already done so. This card always reminds me of that golden map. Check out your birth chart. Learn about your birth chart. You will learn about your purpose, especially north nodes. Check out your north node and your south node if you don't know where they are. That gives you information about your purpose. Your purpose may not necessarily be something that's aligned with your line of work. It could just be something that brings emotional fulfillment. Sixth chakra. That's intuition. That's crown chakra. That's no, it's third eye chakra. So it's an awakening, an awareness. And again, I think when you learn more about your birth chart, sometimes that activates spiritual awareness, of spiritual healing. I remember the first time that I got my birth chart read, I just remember I was going through a spiritual awakening, and I had no idea that I was going through a spiritual awakening. But having someone read my birth chart at that time with all the transit, it just shed light, and it validated my experience in a way that no therapist could. And not to say that therapists, because I'm a therapist myself, can't validate it. It was for me, it wasn't like, I wasn't looking for external, let me reword that. Seeing a map of your life, it's just a different type of validation it's like validation from the gods. It's like validation from spirit. It's like validation in a way that, how do I word it? It's just a different type of validation. It's like, until you experience it, you won't know, right? If you know, you won't know. If you know, you know. Healing energy, yeah. Healing. This is gonna evoke healing for you. We're gonna do this one. Sag, this is gonna evoke healing for you. An awareness of your birth chart, an awareness, your third eye chakra opening. Yeah, this is going to definitely evoke an experience like no other. It's going to be about your truth. You start off with the King of Swords, so you could already be feeling very very grounded, it's like you have your truth with you. Now, the King of Swords is also very empathetic, Sag, so you could either have air in your chart, or there's some type of truth that you have. The opportunity is to open your heart. You have this is a really beautiful connection. So, not connection, but like combination. You have the King of Swords, but you have the Queen of Cups as the crossing energy. So that's the opportunity. That's, hey, let's open our heart a little bit more. And that's where the healing could potentially begin. Is allowing that heart to kind of open up a little bit more to do the healing work. That's the opportunity. Now, whether or not you take that opportunity, that's up to you. In the background is Two of Wands. So again, you're being called for something and you're trying to figure out, how do I do it? Is this a healing? You know, where do I go? And that's part of why you're being asked to maybe look at your birth chart, because that can show you where you want to go if you don't know. It might be leaving some type of comfort zone. Because Sag, you're a wanderer, you're an explorer, like the world, the big picture stuff, right? Travel. You get excited about travel, learning about other cultures. There's something about having to learn something new. And when you do your birth chart, you're going to learn something new. And that might shift your truth. That could be why the king, there's something about your truth. There's something about you holding your truth close to you and kind of needing to be open to this new truth, right? Look at how it's like I have my truth right here, but there's something, the opportunity is, hey, let's look at your heart. Let's open your heart. Let's open this cup right here. Let's open that cup a little bit, and figure out like how to look at the world from a different way, how to look at your path in a different way. And what you're going to learn in the hidden position are options, opportunities. They could be opportunities of travel. They could be opportunities of your purpose. Like, what is my purpose? Like, I've been doing what I've been doing for so long. This is going to open things up for you, and you're going to have a choice. This also could be belief systems, right? Being a Sagittarius, it's all about belief systems. So it's like opening up to the world of possibilities of different belief systems. You're walking away from the Three of Cups, so it could be Three of Cups energy is very much friendship, a tribe, celebration, and you're headed towards the Two of Cups. So Two of Cups could be a connection with someone, or it could be alignment of yourself. And I kind of feel like it's more of an alignment with yourself, with this new version of yourself. And that's where the healing work is going to come in. It's going to show you what your truth has been, and all of these other truths that exist, that there's no fault in these other truths. They're just different. That's all. And you get to pick the one that's in alignment with you. In your environment, the king of, there's so many kings. 1, 2, you have 3 of the 4 kings. The king of Sagittarius, fire energy, Leo energy, a fellow fire sign, the King of Wands. And that is someone, again, a masculine energy, but who is able to discern when to have fun and when to be serious. That's in your environment, right? That's around you, is embracing that energy. The hope is that you're going to take this new opportunity, that you're going to find something passionate to follow once you open your heart for this next purpose, for this next path. For you, it's going to be something aligned with your passion. Your fear is King of Cups. Like, remember I said that there's 3 different kings? The fear is the King of Cups. Now, usually the King of Cups is very emotionally grounded in the middle of chaos. So if you look, they're standing on solid ground, and there's water energy around them. So the fear could be, if I open my heart too much, will I lose control of my feelings? And that's a valid fear. Because sometimes when we have a spiritual awakening, this gets really activated, and it could be overpowering. It could feel overwhelming. The outcome is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is work. This is you integrating that information that you are getting about your path. It could be with regards to your work, of like trying to figure out, well, what is the work that is in alignment with me. But once you do that, you're gonna be passionately working. You're gonna be working towards something that is in alignment with you. Now, what's underneath? The Knight of Swords, which is things that are keeping you up at night. These could be worries about what you're going to do next. They could also be, I don't know why this came to me, but there could be something in the dark. You would say it differently. The things that keep you up at night, there could be something in your chart around a psychic development of some sort. Sometimes when we go through a spiritual awakening, our sensitivities to energies around us heightens, which means we sometimes feel energies in different ways, or people, we feel them in different ways, we experience them in different ways, and the spirit world. So there could be something in your birth chart around mediumship, and I think that's what's going to evoke healing for you, and to tame the worries that are keeping you up at night. So check out your birth chart, see what information you get about your work, your purpose, either in the 10th house of work, or where your North Node is, or If it has to do with spirituality, 12th house, 4th house, 8th house stuff, check out where your Pluto is. Yeah, all those fun stuff. All that fun stuff for you. Sag, that's for you, my friends. All right, Capricorn, you are next. Don't forget to check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. If this particular story does not fit, could be that you're leaning into some of those other placements. Yeah, so check that out. Don't forget to stay at the end for a general reading. First one, heartfelt petition. Ask Spirit to help and express gratitude for what you have. I receive in divine timing. So whatever it is that you're wanting, don't worry, you will get it. You will just get it when it's time for you. And in the meantime, make a gratitude list if you haven't already done so. Like, what around you do you have that you already feel abundance for? Look, door to personal healing and happiness. So it's opening. Look, both of these are opening books. Is she opening a book? Looks like she's opening a book. Yeah, look. Opening a book, opening a door. You have abundance already around you. Are you seeing it? There's something that's going to open up to you. It may evoke healing. It's a door that's going to lead to your abundance. It's a door that's going to lead to healing. It's a door, everything is going to fall into place, but in divine timing. And you just have to trust it, right? And that could be a little hard for earth signs because you want a map. You want to know, you create. I mean, Capricorn, you're the boss of the energy of the zodiac sign. So as the boss of the zodiac sign, you want to be in charge. You want to be the one that says. And Spirit is kind of saying, like, you know what? You want this right now? No, you're going to get it when in divine timing. And so you're going to learn about abundance, about happiness, about timing in a different way. You're opening up to ancient wisdom. Look at that. So, I don't know, 4th house energy is coming up for me. Check out your 4th house. I'm going to use this one. Ancient wisdom. That could come from your roots. So check out, maybe there is some psychic or, not psychic, spirituality. I don't know why that came up for me. Akashic records. I haven't talked about Akashic records. I had an experience about that once, accessing my Akashic records. It was really interesting, really fascinating. So there could be something about asking Spirit to look into your past, asking Spirit to look into your roots. This looks like roots. This looks like your roots. Looking into your roots, 4th house energy. Yeah, ancient wisdom. 12th house is also spirituality. So there's something about that either you're being, it's going to be activated for you for healing. Yeah, there's something about something being activated for you and learning. You learning. Page of Swords. Learning something new. A message that's coming in. Learning about a new message that's coming in. That's how you're starting off the reading. I'm going to just take these cards out and then tell the story afterwards or as it comes up to the best of my abilities. The crossing energy is the Knight of Cups. Keeping your heart open. An opportunity for love maybe. As the opportunity, meaning you don't have to take it. It's just, hey, let's reevaluate your love situation. The choices that you're making, because it's a chess game. The choices that you're making in love. Reevaluating the choices that you're making in love. In the background is the 8 of Pentacles. So it's work. It's the seeds. Seeds that you're sowing. 3 cards. It's the seeds that you're sowing. It's about work. The seeds that you're sowing, so that's happening in behind the scenes, right underneath what you're learning. There's new message that's coming in about how you're choosing love, but behind the scenes you're focusing on work. You're focusing on work, Capricorn. In the hidden position could help you, could hold you back, or it could be a natural unfolding of the situation. you have the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling left out in the cold, the Lovers, and the Three of Pentacles. So it could be, again, about relationships, how you're choosing lovers, how you're choosing relationships, because Three of Pentacles is also working together. So feeling sad or disappointment about love, it's in the hidden position. So, and then there's Three of Pentacles, which is work. One more, please. So in the hidden position is the opportunity to heal. Feeling left out in the cold. You could be healing this through a connection of some sort that might be coming in through your work. Meaning something that, over here. It's something about work. Okay, so Page of Swords, right? New message that's coming in. And it's related to how you're choosing love. How you're choosing love could be friendship. It could be actual love. Things that you're passionate about. In the background is work. You're ¿cómo se dice? You're watering what you're, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? You're tending to your plants. You're tending to what you're nurturing. In the hidden position is an opportunity to heal love through a partnership that might come in through your work. You're walking away from the High Priestess. So you're walking away from the spirituality of tapping into your intuition. You're walking away from that. How it could mean you're disregarding your intuition, or it could be that you are walking away from, look, there's two, she is the holder of knowledge, right? There's two trees here. There's two paths to two different trees. So you're walking away from not knowing what path to take. You're walking away from not knowing what path to take. Into the Ten of Swords and the Chariot. An ending of something. You're ending something with greater clarity. So something is coming to an end that's giving you greater clarity as to the direction that you're wanting to go. What's still around you is disappointment. Five of Cups. It could be, again, Five of Cups is feeling disappointment, but if she were to turn around and look, she still has a few seashells. Your hopes, the Moon, which is still the unknown. But this is actually doing the shadow work. This is the shadow work. This is going deep within. It's like, this is the aftermath, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing it more as not knowing what decision, because usually the High Priestess knows, but doesn't say anything. Because they know. And they're the holder of spirituality. They're the holder of duality. They're the holder of this, all of that's spiritual. But this one, for whatever reason, there's two paths. And so it almost feels like you were stuck in not knowing which path to take. But the end of something is going to clear up that path for you. And it might have to do with healing work, right? The door to healing and happiness is going to come. The fear position is you have the Two of Cups and the Star energy. In the fear position, this is not having hope that love will come, that you will find your partner. Not having hope that there will be alignment of self. In the outcome is the Four of Pentacles, is being really guarded with your finances, is being really guarded with your time, with your energy, to the point where you're feeling stuck. Eight of Swords. And so I feel like the opportunity here is reevaluate the relationships in your life, reevaluate how you're choosing love, reevaluate how you're choosing partnerships, how you're choosing friendships, and focus on work, focus on the choice, like focus on the endings, because you have the Ten of Swords. Focus on the endings. Use the wisdom, right? Ask Spirit to help you see these failures as opportunities. The experiences that you have had in relationships is nothing new. Ancient wisdom. People have experienced what you've experienced before, and it's about learning, how did they navigate this? How did other people navigate it? Codependency is coming up for me. The word, I was as I was talking about that, I was being shown. I have a book that's Codependent No More. And I remember learning about codependency because that's one of my lessons in relationships. And these are books that people put out, right? People have gone through experiences. There's, you know, as a therapist, there's an abundance of information out there, right? And so can you open that door up to healing this pattern, these patterns, these endings? Each relationship that you've had, each ending that you've had is an opportunity to learn from. It's turning the seashells in another way. And once you tap into the wisdom of these lessons, that's what's going to set you free. That's what's going to open the door to healing, because you're going to learn to look at it from another perspective. You're going to learn to look at yourself and other people, and that's going to lead to happiness. That's going to lead to commitments. That's going to reestablish your faith, your hope, and your faith in spirit, that you will receive in divine timing. You will receive things in divine timing, Capricorn, and that's going to require you to let go of control. Because you love your control, Capricorn. You love to be right. You love that, and there's no heart, and there's no it's a good feeling. And focus on the gratitude. Focus on what you have learned. Focus on what you do have around you. Good friends, right? Abundance in different ways. So that's for you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, you're next. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Check out your other signs if this story doesn't make sense for you. We're gonna do that again. I'm only taking one. Sorry, universe, I'm only taking one. Aquarius, I'm only taking one. One of each to start off. One of each. I'm only taking one. I'm only taking one. Or I shuffle again. Here we go. You get purified desires. Burn away old patterns to make room for new possibilities. I welcome opportunities. So there's some healing work that's needing to be done. Burning away means transformation. Think about the phoenix rising. So you have to recognize what these patterns are that you have been repeating, so that you can purify it. You can it's a cleansing. It's a cleansing. So there's some healing work that needs to occur. And that way you can see the new opportunities, because if you don't do the clearing work, things are going to repeat, and it's just going to keep going. Rest and rejuvenation. There's something about needing to take the time to meditate, take the time to connect to spirit. And that's what's going to help start that process of purification, of cleansing, stripping illusions. Didn't I say purification? What is this? Stripping illusions. The healing work is going to, which one? The healing work, no, not this one. Let's do this one. The healing work is going to strip away the belief systems. It's almost like there was an illusion. You're taking the veil off. So you've been operating or living life in a way where it's like you're not seeing clearly. You're not seeing people clearly. You're creating illusions in your head about people, about patterns, about and it's almost like you got to clear that out. You got to clear that out so that you can allow new opportunities to come in. Otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating cycles, Aquarius. You're going to keep repeating cycles, okay? And that's going to require you to do some healing work. Yeah, you have the Three of Wands. So taking the first steps towards this process, which is great. You're looking at the sea. You're looking out to sea. You're like, okay, I'm going to take these first steps. I'm going to take these first steps. Now, what's crossing you, which is the opportunity, you have the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. There's been 9 of Swords are the things that are keeping you up at night, the worries, the pain, right? There's the opportunity is to integrate Queen of Swords energy, meaning discernment, meaning protect your heart. Protecting your heart, that's how you're going to be successful with navigating the worries, the pain that's keeping you up at night. That's the opportunity. Now, whether or not you take it, that's up to you, but that's the opportunity. The opportunity is to heal how you're looking at your worries, using discernment, using guarding your heart. And that's going to require you learning. That's going to require you learning something new, right? Okay, here we go. Tres de bastos, 3 of Wands. You're taking steps. The opportunity, 9 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the Queen of, that's you, Aquarian energy, Queen of Swords. That's you. So tapping into your discernment, tapping into protection, tapping into cutting through the truth. Like, nope, I'm stripping away illusions. I need to know the truth, right? Underneath, that's happening in the background is the 2 of Wands. So it's kind of like taking those, trying to figure out what those smaller steps are towards where you're being called. In the hidden position is the King of Wands. So Leo energy, it's energy that you haven't tapped into, that you could tap into, that could help you. So it's embracing your confidence. So whatever pains, whatever patterns, whatever illusions you've been caught up in, it almost feels like you were overpowered, or you feel like your power was taken from you, and needing to reclaim it, needing to reclaim your confidence. You're walking away from an opportunity of love or a new beginning. And you're headed towards the Queen of Pentacles. So you're headed towards, I need to take out another one. You're headed towards the Queen of Pentacles, which means self-care. It means nurturance. It means, it's like you're looking at a commitment in a new way. You're looking at a commitment in a new way. Look at how she's looking at it. It's like, I'm not going to pretend like this is the end all be all. I'm looking at you in a discerning way, in a way that's protecting me, self-care, in a way that is like, this isn't the best thing. This is something I'm going to work at. This is something I'm going to put effort in. This is something that's going to be balanced. So you could have been in a situation that was not balanced, where either you or the other person did all the work, and now you're learning. Oh, maybe that was a pattern before, and now you're learning. You're learning how to do things differently. Yes, 9 of Pentacles is similar to the Queen of Pentacles. It's learning how much to keep for yourself, learning how much to give. So you're learning about reciprocity. In your hopes is to, again, confidence, is to reclaim your confidence. The Emperor is Aries energy. They're all the kings. It's all the wisdom, right? And so the hope is that you're going to reclaim your confidence, reclaim your power. The fear is the High Priestess. It's intuition. It's trusting yourself. Can you trust yourself? This in the fear position is not trusting yourself, not knowing what to do. The end, the outcome is La Luna, which is moon, which is the unknown, which is healing energy. This is you doing shadow work. This is what's going to help purify what needs to be out so that your desires can take fruit. And that's what's going to help you strip away the illusions. Underneath is Libra energy. So it's going to help you balance things out. It's going to help you balance things out. It's going to be fair. But you have to do this healing process in order to know what were those patterns that you had that were illusions, that got you caught up in a situation that either broke your heart or that was unfair or unbalanced, so that this new opportunity that comes in, you're looking at it from a different point of view. Aquarius. All right. That's for you. Pisces, 2 more. Pisces and Aries, you are up. Don't forget to check out the reading at the end for everybody. Oh, I layered. Oh, where did it go? I layered it right on top. I did it backwards. All right. Pisces, you are up, my friends. There we go. Healing lack. Affirm that you have enough. You do enough. You are enough. I have all that I need. So you are learning a lesson about abundance, about lack, about your mindset. This is about your mindset. This is about how you feel about yourself, about what you do, who you are, what you have. Yeah, door to romance. So relationships. It's all about relationships right now. There could be some type of romantic relationship that is either opening up for you. Oh, opening up or closing up. I don't know why I got both. And it's a 33 card, so it could be mirrored. It's either opening up or closing up. And the healing, the lack of it could be related. Either this connection is going to help you heal lack, or this connection is making you realize what you don't have, the connection that you don't have that you want. So it's about healing your lack around romance, healing your lack, healing your sense of self-worth. There's something about your worthiness, your where you're tying your worth to. Are you tying your worth towards a connection, towards having that connection, towards being in a connection, Pisces? Because that's could be why there's a need for you to heal lack. Is when we put our sense of self-worth on someone else and how they look at us, how they value us, how they treat us. That's very tricky, because the moment that person leaves, then what? Then what? There's something, look, it's 33. There's something mirroring. So either a connection is going to lead you to romance, or a connection is going to show you, it's going to close the door to romance because of how you are feeling it. There's almost like this manifestation that's occurring. It goes back to your mindset and how you feel. If you feel lack or that you're not enough, what you're going to attract are experiences that are going to highlight that for you. Be careful. I don't know why this one is taking a long time to come out. And I think it's because there's a lot that's coming out of just those 2 cards. When you manifest out of lack, you're going to get experiences that are going to keep mirroring that back. That word mirror is it keeps, there it is. Retreat. You might have Aries in your chart. There's a bird here. There's a lot that's coming out for this. There's something about the unknown. There's something about healing work, retreating, going within, under the stars. There's something about under the stars for you. We're gonna use you. There's something about tapping into the stars, tapping into spirit, connecting to spirit, or something about astrology. Doing healing work, definitely doing healing work. So retreating, there's something that you have to do on your own. Pull back. There's something that you have to pull back on. And I don't know if it's because you have to heal this lack, or if it's because you're in a connection right now that is challenging your heart, that is challenging your emotions, that is challenging your perception of romance. And there's healing work around it. It could also be the romance within yourself, the connection that you have within yourself. Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles. So you are learning, you're currently presenting in a way where you are trying to stay balanced. 9 of Coins is self-care, managing your resources, managing your time, managing the people around you. That's how you're presenting. But then you have the 7 of Swords. So there's some type of sneaky behavior. There's some type of deceit, maybe. There's something about manipulation. Now, all of these words don't necessarily have to mean something bad. It's just strategy. It's strategy. It's being clever with your words, being careful with your words so that you have the upper advantage. That's going on in the behind the scenes. So maybe that is something that you're doing to try to stay balanced financially. But the opportunity is the 8 of Coins and 10 of Coins. It's reevaluating your resources, the work that you're doing, how you're doing it. It has to do with your resources. The opportunity is to reevaluate your resources, because the work, it's like, okay, usually the 8 of Coins is the hard work, usually. In this particular deck, she's hurting herself with the work that she's doing. Her feet are it's almost like her feet are burning. There's something about this particular work that is not in alignment with her, but she's kind of feeling stuck in it because there's a fear of finances. So finances could be something that you're trying to stabilize with the 8 of Coins. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the opportunity is to reevaluate it. Just reevaluate it. So here we go. 9 of Coins. This is the starting position, right? You're trying to stay balanced. You're trying to, okay, this is how much I get. This is what I'm receiving. But there's an awareness of how communication is occurring behind the scenes, whether it's your communication or the communication that's happening around you. Needing to be mindful, needing to be strategic with your words. The opportunity is the 8 of Coins and the 10 of Coins. So look, 8 of Coins is usually hard work, but she looks hurting, and there's something about your finances that you're needing to evaluate. 10 of Coins is abundance, so it's how you are. Remember, it said healing lack. So it's how you are working your abundance, how you are attracting abundance. You're needing to reevaluate that. And again, it was just repeated. Underneath, when you don't know is there, is the 5 of Wands. So this is conflict energy. This is fighting. This is a lot of passionate back and forth. You're walking away from an awareness of a new idea, a new passion, and you're headed. So something that you're walking away from that. So that this could have been the opportunity. This could have been the opportunity for something passionate that you're walking away from. That could have been the door that's closing, right? If we're entertaining that path, something is closing up for you. That was an opportunity for passion, for just something new. And it's Ace of Wands. So it's just potential. You're closing the door on a potential, what you're headed towards. 4 of Swords, which is retreat. Remember I talked about healing? And this is also healing your communication, Pisces. So there's something about your communication that's needing healing. And again, remember I talked about your mindset and how you're communicating what you're wanting to manifest. What's happening around you is the end of a cycle. 10 of Swords. So something painful is coming to an end. Your hopes is a new opportunity with commitment, with resources, and to revisit some type of passionate energy. Page of Wands. So it's like something passionate that will an idea regarding your finances and grounding it and taking it. It's like work that's aligned with your passion. That's what it is. But it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, and that's your hope, which is again potential energy, right? Hope. Your fear, 5 of Swords, disappointment, someone winning, not being in the fear position is fearing that someone is going to have the upper hand over you. Outcome, 10 of Wands, another ending. There's two. Someone else had 2 endings. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. You have 2. Oh, you have 3 10s. 10 of Coins, 10 of Coins, 10 of Swords, and 10 of Wands. What's missing? The 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment is missing. And that's what's, again, the door to romance. Remember I said that it's emotions, right? It's emotional fulfillment, whether it's in a connection. It feels like it's work related. It feels like it's about communication with relationships. It's always about relationships, but it's about communication, right? So how you're communicating about your emotions, how you're communicating about your work, how you're communicating to resolve conflict, how you're communicating to yourself, your mindset about abundance, about not having enough, and so I'm having to work at it, right? It's communicating so that this next thing that's coming, if we end this chapter, Pisces, if we end this chapter, is going to be more abundant for you. But there's healing work that has to be done. Underneath is the Three of Coins. Three of Coins is Three of Pentacles, which is partnerships, working together with other people. The difference here is that in this particular card, so fascinating, is that she is working at the beat of her own drum. So she's not really relying on other people around her to work with her. There's something about learning how to work on your own, how to work in the face of, I don't want to say danger, in the face of other people's judgments, other people's perceptions of you. There's something about you needing to walk away from people who either have influence over your, remember I talked about self-worth? Remember I talked about self-worth? And how you view your worth, right? So it could also be, this is just coming up for me, yes, pleasing. Yes, pleasing. Sometimes we please other people a little too much that we hold ourselves back from following our passions. So there's people around her and she's like, I don't care about y'all. I'm doing what I'm doing for me. I'm doing, look at what's underneath that. That was in the hidden position. Ten of Cups is right there. So once you go step out into the unknown, once you don't care what other people think, right? In terms of your worth, in terms of your value, that could be the people at work, your boss, parents, you know, relationships that you're in and how they perceive you, right? If you don't use that judgment for yourself or your self-worth, that's where the emotional fulfillment is going to come in. But you have to retreat. You have to do the healing work around your communication, around your mindsets, around your words, your thoughts, your beliefs. Because that's sword energy. Whew. Intense, Pisces. You got this. All right, Aries, you are next. Don't forget, y'all, to stick it out till the end. Stick it out till the end. Stick it out till the end for a general message for folks. All right, here we go. Right here, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, and or check out all of the other zodiac signs in your chart. Let's see. Evolving process. Know that you will find all the pieces you need as you go along. I embrace uncertainty. Being comfortable with the unknown and trusting that, just take that first step, and that step will show you the next step, and then that step will show you the step after that. And so not worrying that you don't have all of the answers, not worrying that you don't know the whole path, you will be shown the way. And it's going to evolve based on your choices of that new piece of information. Don't worry. There's something about worrying. And there's anxiety around this process of uncertainty of what's going to happen next. It's okay. That storm is, you know, moving away. It's going to move on. It's temporary. Things aren't constant in our lives unless we choose it, unless we will it, unless we attract it. Things usually come and go like the waves of the ocean. And so trust in the unknown. Trust that, you know, you don't have to have all of the answers. You don't have to have all of the answers. There's something about Cancer energy, full moon energy. Let's see, growth. This is an opportunity for you to learn something, for you to grow into something, or not this one, let's do this one. This is an opportunity. You're going to learn how to be comfortable in, I mean, Aries, stereotypically Aries, You are the the beginning. I'm stepping out into the world. Look at me. Now, depending on where you have Aries in your chart, and depending on the degrees and all that fun stuff, other layers within your zodiac sign, within your birth chart, you could be learning how to do this. It may not come naturally to you, and that's okay. You're learning how to step out there and look at me, all about me. You're learning how to trust yourself into the unknown. Aries is a natural leader, is a natural pave the way for everybody else. But it's also a skill to learn. It's also an energy to learn how to embrace, how to be comfortable in. So depending on where you fall in that energy and where that energy is for you, I feel like that's what's coming out. And you're going to grow and learn and evolve. And it's going to require healing work. You are getting the devil out, which is self-imposed restrictions. Remember I talked about, like, you attracted the anxiety, like you will attract all of that. And so with the devil out, I mean, you could have Capricorn in your chart. That could be a possibility, Aries. Or it could just be an awareness of the shadow work that is being highlighted through the unknown, through this anxiety. Because sometimes when we are experiencing intense experiences, our shadow gets highlighted, it gets evoked. And so things that we thought we were over start coming back up. The opportunity is the Six of Cups, which is healing your inner child. I want to say in this particular case, it is healing the inner child. Sometimes the Six of Cups energy is soulmates or nostalgia, but I feel like in this particular case, in this particular card, it's maturing, its growth. I'll show you in a minute as soon as I pull out all of the cards. You're growing, you're healing and growing, healing and growing. Now, behind the scenes, remember I talked about the moon energy, the chariot. The chariot is Cancer energy, home energy, but it's also clarity. And so it's almost like doing the shadow work, having these feelings, and getting one puzzle piece at a time is slowly going to give you clarity into the direction that you want to go. Now, in the hidden position, you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups in the hidden position, this could be energy that could help you, or a natural consequence. I wouldn't say it's going to hold you back, but sometimes the energy that's listed there is energy that will hold you back. So here's the devil as the starting energy, Capricorn energy. You have the Six of Cups as the opportunity, the chariot, clarity about what are the desires of your heart. Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, right? This is like everything that you want underneath all of this. So you haven't tapped into it. It's just potential energy. You're walking away from air sign, an air sign or air energy, Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or you're walking away from discernment of too much of guarding of your heart. It's like she's going on this path. She's leaving where she has been and going on this new path, taking one step. Three of Wands is literally one step at a time. So, right, we talked about know that you will find all the pieces as you go along. So there's something about just take that first step. You're headed towards that. Around you is success. There's going to be success, and it's also potential energy, right? There's success around you. Your hopes is, again, success, freedom, a lifestyle that is more freeing, that is more joyful, that is balanced, that is stable and flexible at the same time. Your fears are heartbreak, not being able to heal heartbreak, not being able to heal whatever worries or anxieties or pain gets evoked from this healing process is the fear of not being able to heal it. But guess what? The outcome is the Magician. Air energy again. It's knowing how to manifest. That's what the Magician is, knowing how to manifest, because now I have clarity, right? I have clarity. I know what direction I want to go to. I know what I want to create, and I'm trusting the process one step at a time. Let me show you what's underneath. You have Page of Swords, learning something new, embracing uncertainty. Look, she's just like, I'm taking one step at a time. I'm crossing this unknown path one step at a time, and that's what you're going to learn. Aries, that was for you. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do an overall general reading for everybody. Let's see, let's see. Ya me está dando hambre. I'm gonna eat one of my strawberries. They're so sweet. There's something about strawberries and coffee that is my thing right now. Oh, it's cold now. It is cold. All right. Here we go. Here we go. I forgot how much fun this is. I need to make sure I make time for this. Oh my god, let me fix my hair. My machine, one of my hair machines, stopped working. I don't like it when it stops working because I'm trying to figure out, did the motor end, die? It stopped working and then it started working and then it was working and then not working. And I tried using it today and it didn't work. So I might have to buy a new one. All right, for everybody watching. So just a reminder, this is for Saturday or Sunday, April 19th, for the week of April 19th. Wild creation. Allow energy to flow freely rather than trying to force the outcome. I'm open to surprises. The universe is all about surprising you. It's all about surprising you if you allow it. And it's being graceful, being trusting. There's something about being free and at the same time finding grace in that process. And I'm thinking it's because she's have you ever seen, okay, do you remember who remembers the what are those ducks, the skating, but it was a ¿cómo se llama? Disney movie. It's a Disney movie, but it's the ducks, the I forget what they're called. But anyways, in that movie, it's an old 80s, 90s movie. Something ducks. Quacking ducks? No. It's about the ducks. Before it was a ducks team, they were creating the ducks. What's it called? I forgot what it's called. But anyways, it's with Emilio Estevez. Yeah, Emilio Estevez. Estevez? I think that's his last name. He was married to Paula Abdul. Anyways, he's a coach. And he's coaching these young kids who are Mighty Ducks. And in one of them, they're looking for kids, right, to put this team together. And in one of them, it's an ice skater. He's a figure skater. And how he moves on the skating ring, he's so graceful, but he's so like on point. So there's something about being graceful with yourself as you're navigating this process. Man holding coin, person holding coin. So there could be somebody with masculine energy, or it could be asking you to tap into your masculine energy around resources, around abundance, allowing Taurus energy, really Taurus energy, allowing. Taurus is about allowing the abundance, allowing the people, allowing the resources in. So there's something about allowing someone in, someone with resources, or just allowing that type of energy in. And then there's ascension. So there's some type of growth experience that's occurring that's going to elevate you to that next thing. That's going to raise awareness. Something's going to get illuminated. You could be dealing with an air sign or an earth sign. So for Taurus energy, there's a bird in there. There's some type of awareness moving on to higher heights. Something's going to be illuminated. And it could be the path. It could be, if you're open to surprises, right? That's being open, allowing the stuff to come in, right? That's you ascending. That's you trusting the universe. That's you following the, ¿cómo se dice? The path of least restriction. Some people think they're on the path of least restriction, but they're not. And so it almost feels like you're leveling up. Into another level of abundance. Leveling up. If you allow it in. It's like you have to choose to allow it. There's something also about creation. So tapping into your creativity. Tapping into your creativity. Yeah. Oh, this is really taking its nice sweet time. Tapping into your creativity, being graceful, gracious with yourself. Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. This is you taking care of what you're creating and reaping what you sow. Knight of Swords, air, opportunity is communication. Fast communication is the opportunity. You're starting off as an earth sign too, so you could have, again, could be dealing with an earth sign. Again, air energy. Did I not say earth and air? This is earth and air to me. Underneath, the ending of a cycle. The ending of a cycle with family. It could be the ending of a cycle regarding a family situation. Or ending a cycle so that you can go towards something more emotionally fulfilling. That's happening in the background. That's happening behind the scenes. And that I feel like that might be coming in quickly for you. With the Knight of Swords as the opportunity. But there's some ending of a cycle with a family situation, or there's an ending of a cycle so that a new emotional fulfillment could step in. And it's almost like you've learned a lot through this experience. You've learned a lot navigating these relationships. Yeah. So 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. Oh, that's 2 10s. Yeah. So it's definitely an ending of some sort. You have the Ace of Wands as the hidden position. So this is the opportunity, is something passionate with somebody else. So it's almost like you're walking away to create something with someone else. But that's in the potential energy. That's if you choose to tap into it. It's like you're going to plant your roots into another place. You're walking away from King of Pentacles energy. So again, an earth sign, you're walking away and you're kind of like going on the ship. You're going on the ship towards something new. But it's the Tower and the Five of Swords. So there's going to be some sharp awareness, some painful awareness. The Tower moment is just awareness, how it comes about. It might be through some tough information. I don't want to say it's like backstabbing, but Five of Swords is like winning at all costs. There could be just something about how this awareness is going to come. It's going to come through pain. Unfortunately, it's going to come through pain. It's going to come through pain. And sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes that awareness, it could just be how we're navigating that situation, how we're choosing or not choosing to level up, choosing or not choosing to allowing energy to flow freely. When we don't allow energy to flow freely, there's blockage, and you need something intense to kind of unblock it. And I feel like that's what it is. There's a lot of pentacle energy. Oh, there's a lot of pentacle energy right now. 7 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. So this is definitely earth. It's earth. It's earth. It can be very rigid, inflexible. So it's how you are managing the earth energy. Are you being too rigid? Are you being too stubborn? Or are you being more open and allowing abundance to flow in a different way, in a different way, in a better way, in a easier way, or not, because the or not means the endings coming coming in a way that is painful. Okay. I was showing you, right? Opportunity is to connect with someone new, connect with someone new, or just the alignment of yourself, something more passionate. You're walking away from earth energy. Could be that you're walking away from being too stubborn, because something is activating this. Something challenging, something difficult is activating it. What's around you right now is the Four of Pentacles, being guarded, being really guarded with your energy, with your resources, right? This is where the rigidity comes in. Like, I'm not allowing this to leave me. I'm not allowing anything to come in. Usually, like, this person is serious. It's just like, this is what I have and I don't want to lose it. But that's why this ends up being what you walk towards when you don't allow, open up, right? The hopes, healing heartbreak, healing these endings. It could be the healing of these endings. These could have been really strong connections for you that are ending. The hope is to heal that. The fear, what's going to come next, right? The Fool, I don't know what's going to come next, right? And that's where the rigidity could come from, of like, I'm so afraid to let this go because this is all I know. And if this gets taken from me, you know, like Tower moments kind of destroy. It's like destroying something so that something new could come out. But then there's fear of like, I don't know what's coming next. And because of that fear, Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like other people are getting the abundance that you want. But it's about learning something new. It's about, this is what's underneath. The King of Cups. It's about opening up your heart. It's about learning how to use the growth to withstand the challenges, emotional challenges around you, and being firm and grounded with your emotions. And that requires trust in the universe. That requires healing work. Yeah, like underneath, you're going to be successful because you're going to end up being the King of Cups, right? Being able to manage your emotions in the middle of chaos, learning, integrating the wisdom. But you have to go through this period. Yeah, look, High Priestess is right underneath. Look, here's the 10 of Wands underneath. A High Priestess is underneath. And so it's like you're going to be able to learn it, tap into your intuition, because that's cup energy. I'm seeing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm seeing Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Seeing air, Gemini. Yeah, so you could be dealing with an air sign, an earth sign, or a water sign. Yeah, let's do, let's do this one, Sacred Traveler, because there could be a new I wasn't going to do this, but because I'm doing a general reading, we need an oracle card as advice. And I'm not going to do the 3 cards of advice. I mean, the advice alone is what I see is to do the healing work around releasing control, allowing things to move out of your plate so that something new could come in, someone new could come in, or something new could come in. Taking your time with this new path, right? With this new chapter, so that you could do the healing work. Yeah, it's like take your time healing, take your time once this happens, but make a decision about it. You have power, you have control in the decisions that you make. Not choosing is also a choice. I said that to someone else. I think it was one of the earth signs. Begin now. Take your first step. Take your first step. Every journey, let me read this to you. Every journey starts with the first step. There is no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's now time to start. A new cycle is beginning. Wipe the slate clean and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. You are at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new and exciting one. Set your sails for a new horizon. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. 3, there are times when the traveler needs to separate from family, friends, and acquaintances to enter new places within himself or herself. Sometimes the traveler must go beyond what is familiar in order to be open to transformation and change. Thus, the journey brings a heightened sense of awareness and ignites mindfulness. Sometimes it can feel difficult to take that first step, but unless you do, you'll never know the joy and fulfillment that await you. Do it now. In the words of Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. There you go, everyone. I hope that's helpful. Hit the like button. If this resonated with you, share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And I hope this is helpful for this week, because I'm gonna try my best to get all of these energies out. I think I have Capricorn left and an air and the air signs, and then we start all over. So I apologize for the delay. Thank you for your patience and for your grace, and we'll see you next time.